Stepped on the scene, dripped in saline. Whole crew shining, call me Mr. Clean. Came in from the back, walked right to the front. Dancing to the music, smoking on the. Got the women smiling, punk grilling me, looking all dusty. Black Force energy, I don't even drink, but the team pop bottles. Not here for the beef, but the Glock holds hollows. Think I'm cocky, but I think I'm worse. In this flexing like a Mr. Universe.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Vergil Ortiz is forced to pull out, of his fight. We gotta say, all right, it's forced to pull out of his fight with Stanionis, and it's due to a medical reason. So there are numerous reports that say that Vergil Ortiz fainted before he was scheduled to fight, and so the fight was canceled. I believe it was like a day or two, or at the most 2 days before they were scheduled to fight. This is the third time that Vergil Ortiz has withdrawn from the fight against Stanionis. And so for that reason, the WBA issued that Vergil Ortiz is no longer the mandatory. So we'll take a look at what Michael Benson tweeted. The source is Dan Raphael. It says that Eimantas Stanionis versus Vergil Ortiz will not be rescheduled as Ortiz has been removed as mandatory for Stanionis' WBA regular belt. WBA President Gilberto Mendoza has said Stanionis is the WBA mandatory for the Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford winner on July 29th. So they also stated that they're going to allow Stanionis to take a fight in between because of the fact that he didn't get to fight Vergil Ortiz and he had to postpone his fight 3 times. So I'm going to turn it over to Dollar Bill. What is your reaction to the fact that Vergil Ortiz had to pull out of this fight 3 times, 2 times due to his medical condition that causes him to faint when he's trying to make weight? And what's your reaction to the WBA saying he's no longer the mandatory and allowing Stanionis to go and fight and then get the winner of Spence Crawford?
Hey, I'm actually, I agree with both. First of all, shout out to Vergil Ortiz. I hope that you get well soon. I know you're a warrior. I know you really wanted this fight. I seen you almost, get into tears on one interview. Look, I'm not mad at you because if you lost, nobody cares if you lose, These fans and these critics, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? You make sure that you're 100% or close to it when you step in that ring because nobody cares about excuses, not in this sport, and it's not a forgiving sport, Look, so I'm not mad, you know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself first, your health is wealth. But on the other hand, the WBA, hey, man, listen, I know sometimes these belts, these sanctioning belts, they play favoritism. And they'll let a person not fight for 2 years and still hold on to their belt.
No, that can't happen in boxing, true.
I done seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them for not playing favoritism and saying, hey, the show must go on, when you get right, you know what I'm saying, come holler at us. But from now on, the show must go on. And it ain't the homeboy Stanionis' fault, so he got to keep moving. They got to keep it moving. So, hey, I don't see no fault here from either side.
All right, G.
I don't know. I see what Trill's saying, but
go G on him. Go G on him.
Listen, bro. 3
go
times.
G. Hey, Trill, adjust your volume on the
3 times. Listen. Yo, 3 times tells me, bro, you shook to death. You know what I mean? I don't know. The universe don't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, one time, maybe the slightest chance.
He ducking G.
Twice.
He's ducking. He a duck
time,
G.
That's a duck, son. That's a duck. Nah, I'm sorry. That's a duck. So I'm not even mad at the WBA, bro. I would have did the same thing. And it's like, yo, what is this? Nah, bro.
G, you said what? Well, hold on, G. I'm sorry, man, but I gotta do my
You probably
job.
faded because you shook to death.
That's what I was about to
You probably faded because you shook to death. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that, Trill. I'm sorry, bro. 3 times. Nah.
You said my man knocked him out with no punch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, had him shivering in his boots. Nah, I'm good, man. Like, I don't know, man. Vergil, you gotta do better, bro.
Yo, so G, if it was up to you, would this go on Stanionis' record as a knockout?
It should, sure. Now he's a boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Word up, you know what I'm saying? Respectful. You know what I'm saying?
I'm somewhere, along the lines of agreeing with G and Trill. I think they said he postponed the fight 3 times. The first time was due to the same medical condition. So you didn't learn from the first time.
Exactly.
You didn't learn from the first time. So you got this condition. So you didn't say, yo, we're going to go about cutting weight more intelligently. I'm going to stay closer to the weight so I don't have to do too much to drop weight again. It just seems a little sketchy. Not the medical issue, because like Trill said, get well. We understand that you should never walk in the ring if you're not 100%. And we always said it on the show, because once you step in that ring, we don't want to hear no excuses. Nobody wants to hear anything. When you step in that ring, people pay their money believing that you're going to be able to perform to your full capabilities. So if you can't, nobody wants to hear anything. The last thing I want to hear if I pay for a pay-per-view is a fighter come out and say, oh, well, I wasn't 100% because blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, man. Like, so then give me my money back. And that's what happened with Pacquiao and Mayweather when Pacquiao started saying about the shoulder injury, and people like, how much money we spent on hotels, flights, tickets to come out here and see you, and you mean to tell me you knew you wasn't going to be able to perform 100% before you walk in that ring?
One guy wanted to sue. I remember one guy wanted to sue Pacquiao because he came out with the shoulder injury. He said, then why did you step in the ring?
A few people.
Gave up my home. He done
Out.
lost his house.
Yeah, a few people want to sue him because of that. Because you don't understand, people are paying to see the show, and the last thing they want to hear is that the show was tainted. That's why if you look at the NFL, they got the injury report, right? The NFL has the injury report. They let you know. Because say I was paying to go to the game, right, because I want to see Tom Brady. Or I was paying to go to the game because I want to see Patrick Mahomes. And then when I show up and Patrick Mahomes is hurt and I'm watching the backup play, if I knew that, I wouldn't have paid for the ticket. So it's very important that you let the people know what's up. And so, again, if you're not 100%, don't go into the fight. So I'm not mad about that. It's about the fact this fight was postponed 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Trilogy. You feel me? 3 times. I'm upset about the fact that Stanionis, a man with bills, I don't know if he has a family. I don't follow Stanionis that deeply. But what I do know is any person alive has bills. And you work for a living to pay those bills and to provide for your family. So Stanionis 3 times was about to get a check. And based on the fact that this is a WBA mandatory defense for the regular belt, he's probably going to be one of the highest paydays of his career. And he's probably thinking, word, I get this. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to be able to save this in my bank account towards that. And then bang, pull out, pause, right? So then the rematch comes. He's like, word, okay, delayed but not denied, right? I'm still going to be able to get these things. I'm still going to be able to have this money, right? No, medical condition, pause, pull out. 3rd time, Stanionis is like, yo, I really need this money now because I had to create arrangements with my bill collectors, or I had to dip into my savings to pay for all this, right? And then you pulled out a few days before the fight. Now, the other thing that people don't think about is think of all the sweat equity that this dude had to put in. in the gym, preparing, eating, putting his body through the dieting. Sure, I don't know if you remember, there were a few fights back in the days similar where fighters pulled out and then the fighter who was ready to fight ended up losing the next fight because they put their body through about 2 camps of really sparring, going hard, dieting. And then by the time they got in the ring, they were depleted because it was like they had 3 fights in 1 year. Based on sometimes the hardest part is getting yourself to make the weight and preparing yourself for the fight. That's harder than the fight sometimes. So this man went through all that for you to pull out 2 days before. I hope Stanionis gets some money. Yo,
back.
This video needs to get to Stanionis. I gave Usyk some advice, and it looks like Krosick, whatever his name is, took it. Hey, Stanionis, you need to go to Golden Boy with your list of bills that you had to go into your savings to pay, that you couldn't pay. You need to show the damage you suffered for preparing to fight their fighter, and he pulled out. And they should pay for that. It's there. You should sue them for that. It's reasonable for you to ask for that. You're not asking for any money for a fight you didn't have. You're asking them to pay for the time you prepared to fight their fighter, and you relied on their promise that you were going to make this money to your detriment. You need to at least be reimbursed for the money you paid and the sparring partners you paid and everything that your trainer's salary. You need to be reimbursed for all that during that time. So if you haven't done that yet, get that lawsuit ready. But as far as Vergil Ortiz goes, move up. Don't be a weight bully. I heard Oscar said he's going to move up in weight or whatever, but I'm with you, G. It does seem a little sketchy, bro. Maybe you didn't want that Stanionis smoke.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who you rocking with. It's the Boxing Bros. Ortiz trying to get out of that Golden Boy contract.
Maybe. Also, sue him too. Hey man, we got a song. We got a song, man.
Oh yeah. Don't forget, go check out my new song, In My Soul, out now exclusively on YouTube. We're gonna do something special with YouTube. So go check that out. Thank you. Much love.